By the end of this video, you are going to be able to know exactly how to long and short Bitcoin on Binance. Good morning or good evening from wherever you are in the world. If you're new here on this channel, my name is Sarah, and on this channel I talk about cryptocurrency, personal development, and entrepreneurship. My main goal and purpose is to help you to become the best version of yourself and achieve financial freedom, and hence why I talk about these things, because I believe it's one of the best way for you to get there. There's a quote that says that be the change you wish to see in the world. I believe that when we become the best version of ourselves, we are able to impact other people in a very powerful way, and we can make this world a better place. So if that sounds like something that you'll be interested in seeing more of, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you can stay updated when I post the next video. Okay, without further ado, let's get right into the video for today. So, how do you long and short Bitcoin? This is going to be a very simple video. I'm going to try to keep it as really understandable as possible because I really want you guys to be able to master this skill. By the end of this video, I want you to know exactly what to do. So before I can show you how to do that, I just want to let's talk about what does it mean by longing and shorting Bitcoin. So let me go to Binance. I already have it open here, so I just go there. You know what, let me show you how to get to this page even. So you want to go to Binance. When you go to binance.com, you'll come to this page here and you'll have to log in. I'm already signed in, so I don't have to log in. So once you logged in, you'll come to this page here, and to get to the market, at the top here where it says derivatives, you want to hover on that, and then on the drop down menu you want to select USDT futures. Click on that, and that's going to bring you to this page right here. When you get to this page, this is where you basically can place a long or a short. Now, what does long and short mean? Well, when it comes to trading crypto, you are basically betting on the market. So you're basically betting on the market, and you can either bet that the price is going to go up, or you're going to bet that the price is going down. And hence what buy long and sell short means. So buy long, when you place a buy long order, it means that you're betting that the price is going up. And when you place a sell short order, it means that you're betting that the price is going to go down. And how do you make money? Well, if you place a long position and the price starts going up, then you make money. You make money when the price goes it goes higher than the price you entered from. And then sell short is the opposite. You make money when the price is going down, and when it goes lower than the price that you entered from, that's how you make money. So that is how people are making money in this market here, because you're basically just betting on the price of the crypto that you're trading. And as cryptos like Bitcoin, they're very, very volatile, and that's why it's so easy to like make a couple hundreds or even a couple $1,000 per day just from using this type of trading. This is called leverage trading. So now, how do you use this? This is Binance, and this is one of the exchanges that I use, and I definitely recommend that you guys use it as well, because it's been very reliable. And yeah, it's like, I think their fees are not as high as other exchanges. So, and it's really easy to sign up for it. So now that you understand what buying long and selling short is, so obviously before placing a buy long or sell short position, you want to be able to do technical analysis. So what is technical analysis? Well, I actually made a video on technical analysis that explains it very good, so you can go check it out. I'll put down the link in the description box below, but just to keep it short, technical analysis is basically looking at the chart. You're reading this chart here to determine what direction that the market is going, and then you can be able to, from that analysis that you do, you'll be able to know which positions to take, either buy long or sell short. And to do technical analysis, you can either do it on Binance here. Binance has their own little thing here that you can kind of read the candles and all that, but I feel like Binance is sort of limited, so I use TradingView to do my technical analysis, and this is where I recommend that you guys go as well to do your technical analysis. So before placing a long or short position on Binance, you want to come here on TradingView to do your technical analysis. Now, when you come on TradingView here, there's a bunch of things here, like so these here are called candlesticks, and this is basically showing you the price movement of the asset. Like right now I'm looking at Rune, and also if you want to search the assets that you want to like trade, it's at the top here on the top left. So you click on that, and then you can search the coin that you want to trade. So let's do Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin, it's BTC USDT E. That is the one that you would use if you want to trade Bitcoin on Binance. So I click on that, and then you select the first one, and then you see it switches. So this is the chart for Bitcoin, and I come here, so you would come here and you would do your technical analysis and try to determine what direction the market is going. And when you have figured that out, then you can come. If you see that, okay, it looks like the price of Bitcoin is starting to head back up, and then you're going to find the best entry position. It's about entering at the right time. Like if I look at this chart here, I'm on the 30-minute time frame. I'm gonna go to, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so I go to the 1 hour time frame here, and then let me zoom out a little bit. I can see that we are in an uptrend right now. And how do you determine if we are in an uptrend? Well, if the candles are forming higher highs and higher lows, then we are in an uptrend. And if the candles are forming lower highs and lower lows, like sort of here, this was like a short-term downtrend. If it's forming lower lows and lower highs, then we are in a downtrend. So here I know that we are in an uptrend, and when it comes to trading, you want to trade with the trend. You want to trade with the trends, because when you trade with a trend, your chances of always winning is very high compared to if you're trading against the trend. So right now I can see that we're in an uptrend, and if I want to place a trade from this, I would look for the best entry position. Okay, so usually when the price of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency is going up, it will eventually retrace back to a certain level, and usually there's something called support and resistance. So support is the price that it goes down to, and then it does not like it bounces back from. So let's say it goes down, 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 like here on this chart here that I'm showing you. So it goes down, down, down here, and you can see once it got to that level, it bounced back from it, and then it starts going back up. And when it's going up, it hits something called resistance. Now resistance is the price that it's rejecting to break up from. So when it goes high to a certain price and then it gets rejected, it's called a resistance zone. So it got rejected from that and then it's going down. So how would I figure out how to enter? Say we are in an uptrend. So I would place my trade. If we're on an uptrend, I would try to enter when it goes back to the support. So let me try to show you guys here. We're going to look at the 4-hour, but I feel like it's more, all right. So you see here, this is the 4-hour time frame that we're looking at, and these lines that I drew, these lines, there's a meaning for it. So the one at the bottom here, this would be the support, right? And then the one at the top here, this is the resistance line. So this is called a trend line. What I drew here is called a trend line. When the price of the candles are moving, if it hits this area here, this support, I would short it right there, right? Because this is a resistance. So whenever it hits a resistance, it retraces back down a little. Sometimes it can retrace back all the way to the support, which is right here, or sometimes it can just retrace back a little, go back to the resistance again, and then finally retrace back to the support. So when I look at this trend line, I'll place my trade here. Once it has hit the support, that's when I'll place my trade and then exit, depending on how much money you're gonna be happy with, you exit. But I recommend that do not stay on the market for a long period of time because it's very, very risky. Like, I know there's people who they don't care, they just stay in their market for days, for weeks, or months even. But usually those people, they're trading with a large sum of money, and that's why they're able to stay in the market for that long without getting liquidated. So when you're trading, I recommend you stay in the market for a very short period of time. Like, maximum I would say that you stay in is a day, even though that's way too high, but I'll say stay there in a day. But I usually stay for like within a few hours. I got in and then after an hour I get out, because even though you do your technical analysis, everything's correct, it's never going to be 100% guaranteed. The market can always sometimes just go complete different direction, and then now you're left so confused. You're like, oh, what happened? I thought my technical analysis, it was showing me that this is what's happening, and I took this position, but then now this is what's happening now. I'm so confused, so that's why you don't want to stay in the market for a long period of time. Just stay there for an hour or so and then get out. Okay, when you have made the amount of money that you're satisfied with, just get out. Okay, do not be greedy. It's so easy to become greedy in this type of market because you'll be able to see how easy it is for you to be making so much money, and then you'll be greedy and you want to make more, and that's how you get burnt. It's by being greedy. So do not be greedy. When you make the amount of money that you had in mind, then you take your profit and you get out. Do not come back to the market again. Come back the next day. Okay, trust me, these are things that I learned the hard way. Okay, when I first started trading, I was losing a lot of money because I was so greedy. I would always go back into the market, try to make more money, and then I'd say I'll make money. Say I make $100 today, and then I'm like, I get so happy and excited, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go enter the trade again. I enter, and then boom, I lose my money. That happened to me so many times, and I kind of regretted it, but it helped me to learn. That's how I was able to learn. You learn from your mistakes. The more you are trading, the more you're going to be able to you'll make mistakes for sure, but you can learn from those mistakes. I see a lot of new traders, they start trading and then afterwards, if they lose their money, they start getting discouraged and then they just say, oh, Bitcoin is a scam. No, they just give up. But that's not the mindset you want to have when it comes to trading. You want to have the mindset that yes, I'm going to lose, but I'm not going to give up. Just because I lost a few couple $100s, I'm not going to give up. I know that there's people that are making money from this, so I know that I too will be able to make money from it. All I have to do is I need to be able to learn what these people know. I need to master it, and once I master it, I am going to become profitable. That is the kind of mindset that you need to have, and no matter how many times you have failed, you want to always keep pushing, keep learning, keep practicing, and trust me, you will eventually get there. So when you look at this trend lines, when it comes down to so we are in an uptrend right now, right? So when the price comes to the support, which is right here, that where I'm pointing, this is where I would place my long position. I'll place my long here and then write it all the way to the top. You can write it all the way back to this resistance, so this would be the next resistance. You know, anywhere it goes, it can go from here. Sometimes it can go straight all the way here, or sometimes it can build up writing and then it just goes all the way to the top. So all you gotta know is that this zone that this lines that I've drawn here, that is the resistance, this is the support. So you just trade along these lines. When it comes here, you place your long. When it comes here, you place your short. You write it all the way, and eventually what's going to happen is the price will either break downward or it's going to break upward. Now this is a rising wedge, and usually a rising wedge is a bearish pattern, and then a falling wedge, which is here, is a bullish pattern. So here you can see this was a falling wedge, and then what ended up happening, price going up. So eventually this is gonna, break down. So that's one way of drawing the support and resistance. It's by drawing the trend line, following the trend like this. Another way is horizontal. You can also draw a support and resistance line through horizontal. So you can see here. So another way to draw your support and resistance is horizontal, right? So if you see the candles going up to a certain price and then it keeps bouncing back from it, if it has done that at least twice or 3 times, then you know for sure that area there is a resistance. So you would draw your line there. Okay, that is a resistance. So you see here, I can see it went once and then it went twice, it got rejected. So I draw that as the resistance, and then now you want to draw the support. So you have to look, okay, where is the candles going down to, and then it keeps bouncing back from. You want to see proof of that at least twice. It has to go back to that area at least twice, then you can confirm that, okay, that seems to be the support, and then you draw your line there as support, and then you can just trade along those lines, and then making money from them. So once you have done your technical analysis, you figure out the best entry position. You want to go on Binance, you come here, and when you're on a Binance, obviously you need to have money to trade. You cannot trade without having money, you need money there. And to transfer money on Binance, you just go at the bottom here where it says transfer, you click on that, and you choose where you're transferring it from, fiat and spot. Usually that's where your money is, to USDT and future, that's where we're trading. And then what do you want to transfer? Is it USDT, BNB, or BUSDT? You type that wherever your money is, and then you just confirm, and then your money will be transferred here. So now that you're ready to place a long or short position, so let me just see here. I'm gonna just assume that I'm gonna practice. I'll show you guys the practice on how to do it. Okay, so let's look at this here. So this is the 4-hour time frame, and right now I can see that the price is going up, because this candle is blue. You know, obviously blue is a bullish candle, so it's going up, and I can see the long wick here. It tried going down, however it retraced back up. And then let's go look at 1 hour time frame. See, 1 hour time frame is also showing that it's going up. When I look at the 1 hour time frame, I can draw a line here, because I can draw, we can say that this is the support, this area here. Also, when it comes to drawing support and resistance line, you want to draw them as a zone. So I draw that line, and the zone is basically, you draw the line from the two lowest body candle and then to the lowest wick, the wick that went the lowest, then it retraced, you can see there. So that I'll draw a line there, trend line. Okay, so this is now a zone. Okay, and now I want to, there's this tool here. It's a rectangle that just makes it more easy instead of drawing lines. So you go here on TradingView, right here, geometric shapes, and then rectangle. So draw that. Okay, let me remove those lines because I don't need it anymore. It was just to help me to trace. That's it. Oops. Oh gosh, I think I removed. Okay, let me do that again. Rectangle, and then, okay, let's remove this line. Okay, so I'm drawing this here, there. So now this is a zone, right? So I know that this area here is a support because the price, you know, it came here and then it bounced back. It started going up and then it came back down again, and then it retraced a little bit, but then came back and then retraced, came back again, retraced. So obviously this is a support because it keeps bouncing up from it. And then resistance, I will draw it. Okay, let's see, it goes here. You can see that it got rejected there. It did it here once, actually did it here once, then it did it here, and then here now. So we know that obviously that is resistance. Okay, so I will draw my rectangle like this. So from the highest, this will be the highest candle with the body, and then I draw it. So now we have our support and resistance line. So right now what I notice is how can you tell that the price got, because sometimes, say when it comes to the support, you don't want to just place your trade just because it came to the support. You want to get a confirmation first that it's going to bounce back from it, and that confirmation is you want to see what the next candle is going to be like. So let's say this candle here, it hit this red one, it hit the support, right? It's red. So okay, now you have to wait for the next candle to see what's going to happen. Is that candle going to be red as well, or is it going to be blue, or is it going to be, another way to know is if it's, say, went all the way down, then it retraced back. Now there's that long wick that shows that it bounced back from it. So you wait and see what the next candle will look like, and if the next candle is blue, then you know, okay, you got your confirmation. Then you can definitely place your long position from the support and write it back to the top. Now say when you're writing it back, you write it all the way, not even all the way, you want to write it as it's heading towards the resistance, but get out a little bit below it. You don't want to just exit exactly at the resistance. Exit a little bit below it, because sometimes it's not guaranteed that it's going to go all the way back to the resistance. So if the candle, the next candle, after the candle that hits the resistance, if that candle closes at green, or it's, you know, blue, I guess you can say, then you can place your long position there. Or If it's a long wick, then you place your long position. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I can see here, this one here, 1 hour. Also, when you're doing this analysis, this works best if you're using 1 hour. Like when you're using 1 hour time frame, that's what will help you, because you know this method that I'm showing you is best for short-term trading, like just few hours during the day, and then you get out. You can definitely also use the longer time frame if you want, but obviously that would be for you to stay in the trade for a long period of time. So 1 hour time frame, I can see here there's 25 minutes left for this candle to be closed, and this candle here is looking like it's gonna close at a blue. So I'm just gonna wait. If I wanted to be patient, I'll wait to see what's gonna happen, if it's gonna close at a blue or not, you know, and then place my trade. But let me also say this is good to do if, say, if it is the third time that the price is coming back to the support. Same goes with the resistance. If it's like the third time it's going back to the support, then you have to wait for that confirmation. However, if it's like the first time or the second time, then you don't need to wait for that position. You can just comfortably place your long position. If you know that we are in an uptrend, then you can for sure confidently, you know, place that long position there, because you know, okay, we are eventually going to go back up because we are in an uptrend. So anyways, to keep this short, I'm just going to assume that we're going back up, and then figure out the best entry position. I usually try to enter, say it has gone low, it went to the support, then say bounce back up, it bounced back up. I would say this is like the best entry position. If it was like up here, I would not enter because I feel like that's already too far gone. So I would enter, you want to enter exactly at the support. So I would place my trade here, and then we can see right now it's, what price is it? Like you can see it on the right, 45,830. So I'll go here on trading, so I would go here on Binance, come here, and then you can either place your trade using limit or market. Limit is basically you're placing your trade, you're deciding at what price you want to enter the market, and then when you select that price, say you enter, the price is the price of the assets that you're trading. At what price is the price at that you want to enter, so you put it here. So for me it would be, I want to enter when it is at 45,830. Okay, so I put that 45,830 is when Bitcoin goes is at 45,830. That's when I want to enter the market. And then size is the size of the currency that you want to use. So I would select, depending on how much you have, you know, it usually tells you here at the bottom what is the maximum amount of Bitcoin that you can use, depending on the amount of money that you have. Like for me, I have $200.10 USDT right now. So the maximum Bitcoin I can use with that amount of money is 0.045 BTC. However, there's something called leverage, which I'm going to get into that in a minute. So anyways, you want to select the amount of Bitcoin you have. So for me, 0.45. When you're trading, you don't want to use all the amount of money that you have in your account. They usually recommend use only a third of the amount of money in your account, just because if your trade was to be a losing trade, then at least you still have more money in your account that you can use to trade, right? Compared to if you use all the money, then you lose all your money, and that's not cool. So I put that, I'm just putting all my money there. You know what? Let me follow be an example. Okay, I'll use 20 there. So at the bottom you can see, if say if I want to go long, this is how much it's going to cost me, 92 USDT. If I want to sell short, that's how much it's going to cost me. Right now I want to place a long position, right? So I would just buy long. Okay, so you see I placed that trade and it went in right away.
So here, see, I entered at 45,790. That's the price that I entered at. And then the price that it's at right now is 45,788. Liquidation, lick price. Lick stands for liquidation price. So this is basically if the market was to go against me, if the price went all the way down to 41,354, then I would lose all of my money. Right now I'm using $91. I would lose all of that money if the price was to go down to 41. That's liquidation. And right now you can see PNL. That's the money that I'm making right now. So right now it's fluctuating every second. It's like 6 cents and then it goes to 10 cents. So it all depends on what's happening on the price of Bitcoin. So how I'm making money is basically, so you see here the price I entered at is 45,790, right? Now I make money if the price is going higher than that. So the higher the price goes, when it goes higher than this, that's how I am making money. And then here, now you want to be able to choose when you get out of the trade. It's called your take profit. You can put a take profit and a stop loss. You can do that here at the bottom where you see this pencil looking thing here. Yeah, you click that. And then here you can put where you want to exit to take your profit. And then here you can put where you want to stop loss. So stop loss is basically, say the price is it's going against you, and say you want to exit. Say if it keeps going against you to this certain price, then you know what, you just want to exit from then you put your price here. You put the stop loss there and then take profit here. So for me, let me just put, obviously take profit, since I placed a long position, my take profit has to be higher than the price that I entered. So it will be 45. I usually try to go 100 or 2 above my entry price. So I put 45, 200 above 790, that would be 9. Okay, 45, 990. That's when I want to exit. And then you see it shows you the profit that you'll make. For me, I will make $4 from that. And then stop loss, honestly, I don't even put stop loss because when I'm entering the trade, I'm going with the mindset that I'm going to win. I'm not going with the mindset that I'm going to lose. Also, what I do is I use money that I am comfortable with losing. So if in the market it was going to go against me, I'm comfortable with losing that amount of money, so I don't care. I don't use stop loss, but it's recommended if you want to just stay safe. Okay, so as you can see, I'm losing money right now. I've lost $1.60 so far, and the price fluctuates. Just because I'm losing money right now, I'm not going to just exit my position. Also, if you wanted to exit your position, you just click on market and then it will close your position, or you just click on close out position. You will exit the market and take the loss that you've made. Here's what I've noticed. Just because you placed a trade, and then you see that you're losing money. Just because you're losing money does not mean that you should be so afraid and get out the market. No, just remain on the trade, and know if you are confident with the analysis that you did, just know that the price is eventually going to go back to that target. If you're confident with your analysis, then just know it's going to eventually go. It might take some time, but it will eventually get there. So just stay on your trade. As long as the price is not heading close towards your liquidation price, you can stay there. Stay, because it might look like it's going down, but then eventually it's going to bounce back up and start heading towards the direction that you wanted it to go, right? And then yeah, so there's something called leverage. That's what I wanted to explain to you. So leverage, when you're trading, leverage is what allows you to trade with a large sum of money. Let's say you have $200, because when it comes to trading, the more money that you use to trade with is the more money you're able to make, right? Traders who make thousands of dollars per day, they're using a large sum of money. That's how they're able to make that. So what leverage is? Leverage is basically what allows you to be able to do that. It's the exchange. They're borrowing you their money to trade. So let's say you have $200. They're going to allow you to multiply that money and then let you trade with that. You can multiply it by, the maximum is 125, and then minimum obviously 1x. So the higher leverage you use, the more money the exchange will lend you, and however it means that the less money that you're going to use. So the higher leverage that you use, the less money that you are required to use when you are in trading. But the exchange are lending you that money, however you don't see it, but you only see that you're able to use a large amount of, say, Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency it is that you're trading. You'll see that. And there is risk when it comes to using leverage. The higher leverage you use, the more riskier your trade becomes. And why is that? It's because of liquidation. You get liquidated faster if you're using a high leverage. You won't get liquidated as fast if you're using a low leverage. So when you are beginning, I recommend that you stick with 10x. It is the safest leverage to use. 10x for a beginner is very safe because your liquidation price is very far away, and then you can know that you never really lose money when you're using that type of leverage. So I hope that made sense. Stick with 10x as a beginner. Only use 100x to 125 when you have mastered this trading game. When you know exactly what you're doing, then for sure go ahead and use it 100, because obviously the more leverage you use, the more money you're able to make. But yeah. And then isolated, here there's at the top here you can see isolated. Click on that. So there's isolate, there's cross, and there's isolated. Cross is basically, if you're trading through cross, it means that all the money in your wallet is going to be affected by your trade. So, and then if you're using isolated, it means that only the money that you've chosen to enter the trade with, only that will be affected. So let's say you entered and then the market is going against you and you were about to lose, you're losing your money. So only the amount of money that you chose when you were placing your trade, only that amount of money will be lost. But if you choose cross, then all the money in your wallet, trust me, it's going to be affected. So what do you want to do? You want to stick with isolated. It's safer for a beginner like you. It's definitely safer. Always. So before you trade, whenever you come on Binance, you want to always check these two things, isolated or 10x. Always check to make sure that it's on isolated and make sure it's at the correct leverage that you want. I recommend 10x, of course. And then market, I didn't go over that. So market is basically when you place a trade using market, it means that your trade will enter into the market right away. Okay, it's going to enter. Look at me. I made $99. 99 cents. Now I've made $1. Sweet. So, yeah, so when you choose market, the trade is going to go in right away. It will go in right away. So when you scroll to the bottom, you can see here positions, and then there's open order. So when I'm placing an order, if I use limit order, then the order will go to open orders unless the price of the asset has reached that, is at that exact price that I wanted to enter, then it will enter positions. Position is basically where your trade is live. It's live, and that's where you can see what's happening. Open orders is just your order has in place, and then it will enter through the position. It will go live once the price of that asset has hit your target, then it will go. So that's basically what market allows you to enter the market right away. Limit order allows you to enter when you have decided, or when the price has reached the price that you put it there. And then obviously there's stop limit and all these things, but I don't really use it, so I'm not going to go over that. Another cool thing about Binance, it has a calculator here that you can use to basically do all your calculation. You can figure out when you're going to get liquidated. Say you want to play with the numbers, say okay, if I use 25x and I enter that, say this price, and then I use this amount of Bitcoin, how much money, when would I get liquidated? If you want to find out how much money you can make by certain leverage or certain amount of money, you can do that here. Say if I was to go long, I use 25x and then I entered at this price, I exit at this price, I use this amount of Bitcoin, how much money would I be able to make? You'll see all of that here on the right. It's really helpful and pretty cool. So when you come on Binance here, you want to change the crypto that you're trading. You can just go here on the left. Right now I'm using BTC USDT. If you want to trade a different coin, once you know the name, you can just search it here, you know, and then it's always perpetual. Okay, when it comes to future trading, it's always perpetual. So always make sure that it says perpetual at the end. So this is ADA, you know, right there, and then I switch it. I hope that you took some value out of this video. I would recommend that you rewatch the video so that you can deepen your understanding over everything that I have just taught you today, because that's how you can learn things, is by doing it over and over, listening to it over and over until you finally understand. That's how I was able to learn. I just kept taking the courses that I was taking over and over, watching videos over and over until I really understood what was happening. Because at the first time when someone is speaking, teaching you all these things, it may sound so confusing at first, but when you rewatch the video, retake the course, you're going to be able to start understanding it. And that's what I recommend that you do. Rewatch this video as many times as you want, and then start practicing, because practice makes progress. That's how you're going to be able to master this, is through practice. And Binance has a way for you to practice. They have a different platform. It's called testnet. So it's testnet.binancefuture.com. When you go on this, you can create an account. It's very simple. And then once you have an account, Binance gives you free money that is not real, unfortunately. 300 grand that you can use to trade with, and you're trading with the real market. It's just that the money is not real, so you can use those fake money to practice as many times as you want, so that you can really become really good at it. Okay, yeah, you can create an account here. It's very quick and easy. Yeah, and then just start practicing, master technical analysis, because this is one of the things that will help you to basically start making money every day. Guys, once you have mastered this skill, trust me, you will no longer need to work at a job anymore. This is going to allow you to achieve financial freedom. It's one of the best way right now to achieve financial freedom is through trading cryptocurrency, and then the other one is through starting a business. And yeah, those are the kind of things I talk about on my channel. I'm going to be talking more about cryptocurrency to help you guys really understand how to trade, all of it, all the things that is involved. I will make videos to help you guys get there. So if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? I would appreciate it if you subscribe. Also give this video a thumbs up so that you can help more people to see this video and help them benefit from it as well. Also, share this video with your friends, your family who are also into trading. They want to start making extra income online. This is one of the best ways. Share it with them. And thank you so much for tuning in and sticking around to the end. I am so grateful for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day, or enjoy your night.